This video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Ninghan Farms. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub, and this map is available for all platforms. This is an interesting map, and I have to give props to Aussie Farmer. In the description, he says this is his very first map being submitted to the mod hub, and I have to say, for a first time out, this is a pretty good map. Let me read you a little bit of the description. It says, "Welcome to Ninghan Farms. Located in the central wheat belt of Western Australia, I've tried to make it as close as real to life as possible. Added transport missions like bales and seed pallets, 36 fields with contracts, 4 sell points, also a BGA, sawmill, bale sell point, and a livestock market, custom environmental edits to place the sun in the correct position as real life, custom color grading." And this is basically a map made around, centered around his grandfather's or great-grandfather's farm from 1929 that's been in the family for 4 generations. So I will say, in looking through the map, this map does not have a seasons mask. Now that does not mean that you cannot play this map with seasons. All it means is that, well, I doubt you're going to have snow if you had a proper geo for Western Australia anyway. But what it means is that rain, okay, would come through in theory, would come through the ceiling, so you won't have bale rotting for hay or straw. You don't have to worry about picking up hay or straw from the fields and it raining and it causing rot, or having bales left outside, i.e. not under a roof, because without a seasons mask, seasons doesn't know what is inside and what is outside. I just wanted to let you know that this map does not have a seasons mask. So with that, let's go ahead and jump on in. We will select the normal mods that we look at when we do these videos. I tell you, after this DLC, things are slightly in different orders. I have to just look at these a little bit. All right, go ahead and pull up the log. Now we are looking at this map in new farmer mode. I will say, if you launch this in farm manager or start from scratch, most of the buildings you see at the farm are not there. I'll try to point out the buildings that are still on the farm in those 2 modes, and then by deduction you'll know what is not on the map in those particular game modes. So things that remain are the fuel trigger, the fuel tank. Behind the house, the gazebo, or this little awning here, the grill, the chairs, and the stool. Oh my. And, oh my. Can I pick the snake up? Are you serious? Can I pick that up? Oh my. Oh my. Well, let's be careful of poisonous snakes. I think they are a thing in Australia. This shed is still here. And here, what else? Oh. The windmill and the water tank is still here, as well as this kind of water tub. I was like, oh my, is that another snake? Oh, I don't think so. I'm going to be not walking through the tall grass on this map, so just don't worry about that. So let's take a look at the main farm. So we've got the in-game cow pen, and now we do activate the animal pen extension mod. So we can, if we want to, put down the water valves, since these are just standard in-game animal areas. And since these are standard in-game animal areas, the cow pen and the pig pen will work with the manure system. For those of you on PC platform that are interested, you can use the manure system and the hoses on these two particular animal areas because they are the base game animal area. The map does not need to be prepared for that. Got a workshop. We'll take a look at the starting equipment here in a moment. Easy shed. We've got our in-game farm silo. We have our in-game pig pen and our in-game sheep pen. And our in-game chicken coop with grass. Oh my gosh. We need to get in here and mow this grass and keep it short. Snakes don't get in here and eat our chickens. And then this building, like I said, this building remains when the map is in new farmer or farm manager mode. So let's take a look at the PDA. See where the starting farm is here. And if we look at the lands area, we'll see that we own fields 7, 11, 12, 14, 16, 23, and 32, as well as the main farm here. And all of the land on this map is very, very cheap. So, for example, Area 3, I believe, is the biggest field on the map, and it is just $187,000. So you may say to yourself, well, that's not cheap. Well, let's take a look here. Field 26 is $46,000. Area 33 is $33,000. The whole main farm here is just $23,000. Field 7 is $36,000. So you could easily buy this entire starting area with the $500,000 that you have in Start from Scratch. Here we have a forested area, $70,000. The BGA might as well be free because it is a mere $191. We have all of our standard crops here on the map. And we have 4 main sell points for most of our crops. We do start out with some crops in our silos on new farmer mode. We also have 2 sell points for our eggs, 2 sell points for milk. We have the MECV spinnery for our cotton and wool. You have woody woodpecker wood chips for our wood chips, and bouncing bales for hay silage, straw, and grass. Aside from the BGA, when you buy it for just 191 buckaroos. Start out with a fair bit of starting equipment. All of it is owned and well maintained, with nothing leased. Fairly low operating hours on everything. While we start with animal pens, we do not start with any animals in those pens. And as the description said, we do have contracts. We've got a transport contract for bales. So from bales to dragon export, got some harvest contracts and fertilize contracts showing up here. Let's see here. Field 21 is 28 acres. Field 9 is 7.5. Field 28 is 8 acres, and field 33 is 12. 21 is 28. 33 is 12. So field 8. Looking for 21. Here's 21. So let's take a look at that starting equipment. We start out with the Case Magnum CVX 115 and the John Deere 7310R for tractors, ranging horsepower from 145 to 352 horsepower. We've got the MAN at TGS 18500 4x4 semi. We've got the T560 harvester. In addition to the harvester, we have the John Deere 625X grain header. We've got the Manitou telehandler and the 2014 pickup truck. We have the Crampy KS 950 trailer. We have the Kinsey 851 grain cart, the Tiger 6DT cultivator, the Lemkin 12-meter seeder. We have the Hardy Navigator sprayer. We have the Kuhn windrower and the New Holland round baler. We do have the Flegel DPW 210 bale trailer. We actually don't see this very often in our starting equipment. And the MKS 8 water/milk trailer. Then with the telehandler, we have a bucket and bale fork. And then we get into our placeables. We have the cow pasture, pig enclosure, sheep enclosure, chicken coop, grain silo, easy shed 1, workshop, farm garage, and the farmhouse. So with that, we're going to go ahead and kind of get set up to do a bit of a fly around. We'll fly around the map and make our way back to the shop. Oh, look, we do have a little bit of other wildlife. Got a butterfly flying around the farm here. So we'll get ready to set up for a fly around. Take a look at the map as a aerial forest, and then we'll land at the shop and do a bit of a drive around. All right, so as we take flight, see we have the main farm here. And then the fields that we own are directly behind us. 2 small fields behind us. Big field here. And 2 fields in that direction. And this field here across away from us, and that one over there in the diagonal. Now, what's interesting about this map is the main road here is kind of this red clay from the Apache map, the South American map, but the rest of the roads, the rest of the dirt roads are just a normal dirt color. So that seems a little interesting. I don't know why the main road would be this red dirt, and then the dirt off of that would be just this normal color. Here, where is the shop? Shop is, I believe, over there by the Dragon exports and everything. So let's kind of go in this direction. Make our way over here to the kind of the forest area. This is kind of set up as I guess an industrial, I don't know what you call it, a nursery? Yeah, that's it, a tree nursery. We've got strips of trees in various growth stages. And we have our wood chip sell point, our log sell point. We'll make our way around the map this way. We'll see what I assume are like drainage ditches through the fields and around between the fields. And then periodically we'll see what I guess are maybe drainage basins or just water holding ponds scattered around with dirt piled up around them. Well, here we have an interesting, wow, this is quite interesting. Kind of the catch-all trash pit. Golf carts, oh my. Poor Valtra. What happened there? Poor Valtras. A full fleet of Valtras. Poor Valtras. What earth happened there? You see this main road loops around the western side of the map here. No, I don't want to get out there in that car. I mean, once again, that's that tall grass. We have Bruce Bargains. Sell point up here. Oh, and then at Bruce Bargains, we have ourselves, I guess, a trapped kangaroo. Kind of running around the fenced-in area. Not sure why he just doesn't jump out and run off, but at any rate, a little bit of Australian wildlife. Now, something to take note here is we've got these power lines running through these fields, and these power lines do have collisions on them. See that we can't run through them. That's something to note. And these power lines basically run all the way up to the main farm and then run off the map here, off the northern edge of the map. We've got a fuel depot fenced in right here. We have the BGA, or dirt cheap $191 BGA. We're coming up to one of those earthen mounded water retention basins, I guess. Then over here we've got the animal dealer, our bale sell point, and a grain sell point. Our animal dealer trigger there. And then the road comes up here, and then we have this interesting circle area around the big bowl, kind of matching the red. Then most of the fields are fenced in with fencing like this and double gates. And here we have Dragon Export Grain Sell Point. Got a bulk lime silo there. We have another grain sell point. And then we have our vehicle shop right here. And this is where we're going to include the flyover. I'm going to pick up our Mahindra and then finish off the map video with a bit of a drive around. Here we have the repair, customize, and sell trigger. That's something interesting going on with respect to the asphalt here at the sell point. Assume that it's coming through the video, that flashing going on. Seems to settle down once you get a little bit further away from it. Got some type of weird shader going on there. Let's loop around and check some of these sell points out. You see the map, we do have signs pointing us in various directions. Oh! They drive onto that side of the road, do they? Dragon Exports and MECV Spinnery. We have our spinnery over here to the left. Conveniently marked with a sign. If the cotton bales there weren't, or the wool bales there weren't enough. We have Dragon Exports. Oh, we got some phone booths. Do y'all even know what phone booths are? Are the viewers of this channel old enough to actually know what a phone booth is and possibly even have used a phone booth? Oh, we've got some interestingness going on there. So what is going on there? I guess we've got the roads not quite lining up. We have our lime silo. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way around. On the hard packed red clay. And let's do a little in-cab driving. Get a little feel for how the land ebbs and flows. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a road washed out there. Woodpecker's wood chips. Cars just abandoned alongside the road, I guess. Guess that's a thing. Well, this is kind of a nice, interesting sell point coming into here. We have our log trigger. There were wood chips around the back. And then all of this land here where the trees are, that's all viable land. Now, the interesting thing you're going to run into is that these little trees don't have collisions. So I'm not really sure how you're going to get rid of those trees if you want to do something else with the land here. Alright, so let's see here. I guess if the road goes straight, if it does, we'll just go ahead and continue to follow the road to the north. Let's get over here. I guess on the proper side of the road for the country. Now I did see a sign, maybe we'll pass it during our drive, but I did see a sign that mentioned road trains. I don't think there's any road train traffic on the map, but that was a pretty cool sign to have seen here. I guess we go this way. Galveston grains, bouncing bales. Now this is something that I noticed on this map. On hills where there's fences, the fences are kind of stair-stepped like this. Now when we're going up a hill, that works. But you'll see when we start going down a hill, we've got the top part of the fence is going to nowhere. I think if the author was to do an update on the map, maybe to set the fence so it kind of followed the ebb and flow of the land, as opposed to being, you know, stair-steppy, basically to to roll up and down with the hills would, I think, make the top of the fence line up better. But yeah, this transition from red to regular dirt, kind of an interesting one. Okay, so there we have like road terrain route. Take care. Now bouncing bales this direction. Harvesting grains. There's got the cell trigger for that. Nice decorative touch with the trash. Gives you a sense of being a real place. Some activity going on. We've got our animal dealer here. These pins are pretty interesting touch. Nice to see that as opposed to just this, just to a random building. Out here. Have our bale cell point. But these guys have quite the stock of bales already. Make our way back to the center road. Then we'll make our way to the north, biogas plant, and around to Bruce's Bargain. And that should just about do us. Gotta watch ourselves here. Speed limit 110. Is that kilometers or miles per hour? Here we can see how all of these roads or fields are lined with fence. These fences do indeed have collisions. I know that's going to be a turn off for some folks. It's going to be a positive for others. We've got our biogas plant. Just the Ravenport biogas plant. Got our digester. Got our 2 bunkers. Chaff trigger. Both of those. Then we have our digestate pipe over there. We have our fuel station. As we mentioned earlier, here's that road. Here's the road train sign I remember seeing. Nice wide roads at least, so that would be pretty good for the new DLC. other than needing to swing into all of these fields being fenced. So you'd want to make sure that you come around pretty wide to get in here, especially with that really, really long stuff. That fence doesn't really move that far out of the way. You know, this fence opens up. That one's opens up good, but try to get that really big cedar and air cart through this gate, then into that gate. That might be a little bit difficult with the way that fence opens. Here we go. What do we got? We got kangaroo, the koala, and what is that? Isn't that like some sort of no-humped camel thing? What's that? Nice little regional touches put into the map. Again, for being the map author's first time out in the mod hub, very, very good. Very good, you know, first time experience. Here we have our last sell point. And this road is just going to eventually wrap around and take us back to the main farm. So guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think of Ninghan Farms? Or Ninghan Farms. I'm probably butchering that. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.